Hi, welcome to Surviving Motherhood. Okay, so typically I like to post really encouraging messages. I like to be full of good news and joy and all that, but today I just am burdened with something different. I mentioned last week that my precepts class is studying Jeremiah this semester, and there's a lot in the book of Jeremiah that makes me really, not feel super encouraged. Okay, I'm just going to give you some examples out of chapter 5. It says, chapter 5 of Jeremiah, starting in verse 7, "Why should I pardon you? Your sons have forsaken me and sworn by those who are not gods. When I had fed them to the full, they committed adultery and trooped to the harlot's house. They were well-fed, lusty horses, each one neighing after his neighbor's wife. Shall I not punish these people, declares the Lord? And on a nation such as this, shall I not avenge myself?" Later, starting in verse 21, it says, "Now hear this, O foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but do not see, who have ears but do not hear. Do you not fear me, declares the Lord? Do you not tremble in my presence? For I have placed the sand as a boundary for the sea, an eternal decree, so it cannot cross over it. Though the waves toss, yet they cannot prevail. Though they roar, yet they cannot cross over it. But this people has a stubborn and rebellious heart. They have turned aside and departed." And finally, in verse 30, it says this, "An appalling and horrible thing has happened in the land." Listen to this. "The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests rule on their own authority, and my people love it so. But what will you do at the end of it?" Okay, I know in this word, God is speaking to the prophet Jeremiah. He's giving him a message to take to the people of Judah. I know that was for them. But as I study this book, I cannot help but consider how much this sounds like our world today. And I just wonder, what is God thinking about our world today? So I said at the beginning that I like to have good news, but I didn't feel like there was good news today, but really there is. When you study the book of Jeremiah, in fact, when you study anything in the Bible, you find that this holy God is demanding obedience and righteousness and justice, and that we would just listen to him. But in the same breath, when he's saying, look, you guys, you need to straighten up, or destruction is coming, disaster is coming your way, he says, return to me. Return to me. Confess your sin. Acknowledge your iniquities. Return to me. And so even as I feel rather burdened and sad by what I read here, I am thankful to God that he calls a nation to return to him. So I'm inviting you today, would you join me? Would you join me in searching out your own heart, in praying, repenting for yourself, for our nation, for our world? I really do like to have the encouraging, uplifting thing, but I feel right now like the thing that really matters is that we turn to our God. We submit to him, we acknowledge to him that he is right, and we seek to follow his ways. So that's the thing today. God is God. He is holy. He is right. Let's follow him.